Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a reset because I need one. I really need one. And this is a different reset than kind of my normal monthly resets because I actually have a lot to do outside of the house. We're also just doing some like life reset things. I need to get an oil change. I need to change my windshield wipers. We need to get groceries. I need to do some cleaning, laundry, and also just yap and talk about some of my monthly goals, my favorites, how the month went overall, my highs and lows of the month, books I read, all the good things about my normal monthly resets. We will get to that. I do want to get some other stuff done in this vlog as well, and I thought it would be fun to do it this way. And then I'm also going to do a combined video with my payday routine and monthly budget because they kind of fall at the same time. And I'm just trying to figure out how to make my content kind of cohesive and work for me when I'm so busy lately. I do apologize. I feel like I haven't been posting as much. Obviously, I want to keep posting more. It's just the editing process that takes me so long and I just don't have the time. So I know it's funny, like I'm harder on myself. I know that than my viewers and my subscribers and people who are watching me. Like, I'm sure you guys are like, it's fine, we get it, like just post when you can. But to me, it's like, this is something I really, really enjoy, and it's been so frustrating to not have the time to put in the energy and the effort that I want to for my videos. But yeah, that's just something I'm struggling with on the inside. So when I'm trying to plan out my videos now, I'm trying to make sure that it's cohesive and something I can maintain and do and edit all of my videos and get everything out for you guys that I want to, and the content that I typically do every month, like my monthly resets and my budgeting and things like that, while also still getting in some other extra videos and vlogs. Bear with me, I'm still trying to figure this all out and make sure that I get everything done that I want to. I thought this video would be fun to just take you along today and do a Saturday reset, which I know is kind of random. Everyone does Sunday resets, but I don't do a Sunday reset. I pretty much do all of my reset things on Saturdays because then Sunday is a rot day. I don't want to do anything on Sundays. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you do the same thing because I think Sunday reset is overrated. I have the Sunday scaries. I don't want to be doing anything on Sundays. The only thing I actually do is meal prep a little bit. I typically will do that on Sundays, but everything else pretty much gets done on Saturdays. Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Allison. I'm 29. I post a lot of things about my personal finances and just life vlogs, work-life balance, burnout recovery, things like that. So if any of that is interesting, if you like this video, subscribe, follow along. I post at least once a week. I try to post a little bit more, but I've been busy. Let's get on to some of the reset things for the day because I feel like I have a lot to do. It's already 11:20. Typically, I would have already left the house by now to like start some of these things, but I also wanted to film some short form videos this morning. First on the list is throw in my laundry. I did change the sheets. Been probably a little too long. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to admit it, but it has been. Then I want to stop quickly at this thrift store. It's like an antique kind of thrift store. I don't know. I've never been. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm interested to go there. So that's like a fun trip. Every single thing I'm kind of switching between doing something fun and something that I need to do because I also, as I mentioned, need an oil change and I want to change the windshield wipers on my car because they're just like not good. So we're gonna do that, which I'm not excited for. And then I'm gonna go to Old Navy just to see what they have because I do like Old Navy lately, and I get a lot of like my just plain basic t-shirts there, so I want to see what they have. And then I'm gonna go get a car wash and vacuum out the inside of my car. Then I'm gonna go get groceries. So we have a lot to do, so I probably won't be home till quite a bit later. What I'm gonna try to do is talk to you guys a little bit throughout some of these errands, and maybe I can talk about how my month went, what I'm looking forward to in August. But then when I get home, I'll sit down and actually go through some of the monthly goals and talk about my anticipated releases, things like that, because I like doing that part of the monthly reset. I feel like it's been fun adding in some of my like anticipated releases and like monthly favorites. Anyway, welcome to the video. Welcome to a monthly reset. Let's get started on some of these errands for the day. That place was so cute. It's called On and On in Scranton if you're ever in the area. It has the Dwight Schrute painting outside, so that's like a big attraction when people come here. But it's actually, I can't believe I've never been in there. They have so much stuff, but it's hard. Like, I didn't buy anything because I don't really know what I'm looking for, and I feel like when you go in there, you're not really looking for anything. Stuff just finds you, but it's hard. Like, I'm trying to be like, okay, let's like start collecting stuff for the house, but like I don't really know what our vibe is gonna be. I don't even know what the house, like our future house, like I don't know what it's gonna look like. So I can't really start buying stuff because then I'm just like, but it was really cute in there and fun. I don't know how often they like get new stuff, so I don't know I don't know when I would go back there, but really cute and so much to look at. Like you could be in there for like hours. There's 2 floors, just stuff. Love it. My mom would love it in there. Okay, so now next is one of the errands that I am dreading and don't want to do is getting my oil change. Why did I say it like that? Getting my oil changed and windshield wipers. Really wish my husband was here because then he could do it and I could just sit in the passenger seat. But if you've never been to a Valvoline, I highly suggest for an oil change. Why do I keep saying it like that? Oil change, because you just sit in the car and they do it all for you. Let's go. I really don't want to do it, but I have to. I need to. I'm a big girl. I can do it. Okay, the last 2 stops were a success. I did get my oil changed, all 3 windshield wipers changed because the back one was broken. That did cost me $138 with a $10 off coupon. Love that. Love being an adult. I mean, if you are new here, you guys know I'm so freaking close to having this car paid off. I'm paying it off this month, I am. To like take care of this car and make sure it lasts like years and years. I'm gonna, get the regular maintenance for it and make sure that like she's doing well so that I can not have a car payment for the next foreseeable future. I don't usually budget for an oil change because it just, the car reminds me that I need an oil change. And then I was like, you know what, I might as well get windshield wipers because my front ones were garbage and it's been pouring rain this whole summer. And the back one, the like strip had like fallen off, so I was like, all right, not too bad though. And it's so quick. Like I love going to the Valvoline. Like it's just so quick and they don't bother me. And then I just went to Old Navy. I did get 3 things, that's it. They didn't have a ton of like cute things that I was really interested in. Honestly, truly only wanted like basic shirts because that's all I wear anyway. So I did get 3 shirts and it was $30 exactly. Love that. We love Old Navy for that reason. Now I'm gonna go get a car wash and give my car like a nice solid deep clean. I feel like that's something that I like to do at least once a month, so I'm trying to like make sure I reset monthly my car and get like a nice clean car. Again, taking care of my car, making sure that it's gonna last me for a long time so that I don't have to get a new car. And I guess just recently too, like when I got this car, I feel like it really clicked in my head because I'm paying for it. Like I want to take good care of it and make sure that it's clean. It's just like something nice about having like a clean car. And also it helps when you like go to trade it in eventually. Like if you keep your car nice and taken care of, they'll give you more money for it. Perfect day for that on my monthly reset. Last thing in this little section that I'll talk about quickly is just my highs and lows, my peak and my pit for the month of July, because I was thinking about it in the car. My peak is definitely going home and visiting my parents and my best friend Sarah. She is having a baby, so I brought her a little basket of stuff and it was just so nice to see her because it's been I think it's been a long time since I've actually seen her, so it was really nice to just like hang out, spend some time together. Me and my husband, her and her husband, and we just like sat around, chatted, had such a good time, and like grilled out in like their backyard. Like nothing better than that to me. Grilling and yapping. That is quite literally peak Allison happiness. Maybe a fire pit would make it better, but we didn't stay till nighttime. Honestly, my pit isn't really one specific thing because it wasn't really a bad month. I didn't have anything that really was bad, but I think just in general some of my feelings about work and like going back to work full time have like caught up to me. My new job, we're very busy. It's a different environment than where I was, where we were a little bit slower. We like pretty much always had a solid hour lunch break. I just had more freedom, and obviously I was part-time for the last 6 months there, but I was driving more. I was exhausted from that, and sometimes the environment there wasn't the best either, even though they're like a little more lenient. Here it's just been like a lot trying to adjust back into hectic schedules and staying late and not getting full lunch break, because then it affects the things that I like to do. Like, I like to use my lunch break as my time where I like to edit, and I like to leave like on time so that I can get home and work on things that I want to do and make it to my workout classes and stuff, and just not feel like I'm so busy and stressed all the time. And I'm not. It's like I feel like that, and yet I know it's only gonna get like 10 times worse when we have a house and kids and stuff. Like, there's just not going to be enough time for everything, but that's why I'm praying eventually I can go back to working part-time, because I just don't know how sustainable this is for me. And yeah, I know it's a privilege to be like, I don't want to work full-time, and I know that it really, really is. I don't know, I just know myself, and I know that I would thrive better being part-time, just for my mental health, my physical health, my overall well-being, and the fact that I do want kids and I want to be able to be there with my kids and be home with them at least some of the days of the week. So I don't know. I guess my pit is just feeling all of those feelings, and there were a few really, really like tough days at work. So yeah, anyway, that's the pit and the peak for July. Things that I'm excited for in August, which is like nothing. I have no plans in August, like none at all. But I guess that's a good thing. I guess that could be a good thing. You know, summertime's usually busy, and when you have a lot of things going on, and that adds to some of my stress. Like, we went to go visit my parents, and like driving up to New Hampshire is like a commitment. It takes time, and it takes away from time that I can be doing other things. August, I'm just relaxing. We're just taking time to be ourselves, get back into the routine, but not feel sad about like being in the same routine every single day. I don't know. It's a mind game. It really is, because I'm always stuck between, I like having a routine, but then at the same time I'm like, I hate doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. A work day in my life feels so repetitive, so sometimes that can like get to you. August is just a low-key chill month. So anyway, let's go get my car washed, vacuum everything, and then we'll go grocery shopping finally. And that'll be it, and then I'll go home.
Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when love is an echo? I can't hear what you're saying when love is an echo. I can't hear what.
Okay, now that we're back, let's talk about my goals from the month of July and set up new goals for August. It seems like we didn't even leave, because Melly is in the same exact spot that he was when we left. Honestly, July was a pretty good month, goals-wise. As always, I do finance goals, personal goals, health goals, and content goals. So I like to break them down that way into little sections, and then basically what I did was break down my big yearly goals into smaller, more achievable goals, and then break them down by month. I mean, I have been doing really, really well, and I feel like this system works really well for me to reach my goals. So it's really helpful and helps keep me on track and accountable. So it works well for me. So for my finance goals in July, I wanted to save $400 towards our house fund, and I did do that, which it's funny, some of these goals, they're not really, like, I know I'm gonna reach them because every single paycheck I put $200 into that fund. So it could be more, but it's always gonna be at least $400. And because my main goal right now is to pay off the car, I'm sticking at like the baseline of $400. So as we pay off my car, the house fund saving, I feel like that's gonna be where we see a lot of change, and I'm gonna be raising that goal quite a bit in the next coming months. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, some of these I will say I basically know for a fact, like, I'm gonna put $400 towards the house fund, but I usually just put it on there anyway in case some reason I am able to put extra. And then I did want to also save $200 into my emergency fund, and I did end up saving $225. So again, good example. I put a little bit extra, so I did reach my goal, but I was able to also put a little bit extra. And then I wanted to pay $1,700 towards my car loan, and I ended up putting $4,000 towards my car this month, which is crazy, like actually insane. And the only reason I was able to do that was because I did get some brand payments, and I can't budget for it really when I'm making my goals because brand payments can come in kind of sporadically. Some of them pay you after 30 days, some pay you as soon as the content is posted, some pay you after 60 days. So it's hard to judge like when you're actually gonna get certain payments. I did get an extra payment, so all of that money went towards the car loan, and now we are right on track to pay this off this month, which is so exciting, like so exciting. So those were all my finance goals. Then for personal goals, I really only had two. I wanted to read 3 books and go on a date night, and I did both of those. The 3 books that I read this month were Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. I liked this book, but I didn't love it. I was expecting more because it had really high ratings on Goodreads. This was my first time reading something by her, so I wasn't sure, I didn't know if I was gonna like her writing style or not. I don't know. I just felt like there could have been more done with the plot. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me see what I actually gave this as a rating. 3.25, which honestly, I feel like I would even rate it maybe a little even lower, but my original rating, 3.25, wasn't the biggest fan of this book. Then I read on my Kindle. I've been renting a lot of books from the library. The second book that I read this month was Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. I actually did enjoy this book. It was very fast-paced. It's a thriller. Basically, you're following the story of a girl who witnessed her mother's murder when she was young, and she started a podcast, like a true crime podcast, and she has people come on who've committed a crime. They confess to their crimes on her podcast, which is super interesting. And now this guy came out of nowhere and said, like, I'm the guy who killed your mom, and she kind of doesn't believe him because she thinks she knows who did it. You're like seeing the future, and he finds her and makes her do a podcast episode where she's confessing to a crime that she committed. So it's very interesting. I just was super disappointed with the ending because it was sort of alluding to there being like a bigger twist and like something more interesting and more sinister going on, and nothing ever came of it, so I was like kind of disappointed in the ending. So I did end up still giving it 3.5 stars, just because like 3, anywhere in like the 3 range just is like average to me, like it was good and it had my attention, but I didn't love it. That's how I felt about it. It was a quick read. The chapters are super short. Yeah, I think the ending just really bummed me out. Then I actually DNF'd Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston, and I'm so sorry, you guys. This was the first time I tried reading one of her books, and I was so excited to read it and like get into it, but I think, unfortunately, magical realism is not for me. The final book, and I am sort of counting this in this month, even though I literally have maybe like 50 pages left. I am gonna finish this tonight. The Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez, and again, she's my favorite author, and yet I've been dragging out reading this series because I absolutely loved The Friend Zone, like so much. That book made me cry in tears. So this one is following Sloane, which I was really excited to read her story. I don't want any spoilers if you haven't read the first book in the series, but I was excited for her book because, she'd been through a lot. But I don't love her story, unfortunately. I liked the beginning and how they met, but the current part where I'm at is like the 3rd act breakup, and I absolutely hated how it went down. Like, hated it. I know there's only 50 pages left, so it's hard to tell, like, if I'm gonna give it a higher rating than what I'm feeling right now. But I would say right now I would still give this 4 stars because anything Abby writes, like, I eat it up. Like, I love it. And again, I loved Sloane. Like, I like her, and I like her as a character, so I was happy for her story, but I just didn't necessarily love her story. So that's all I read this month. I mean, that's average for me. 3 books is average, but there's still so many books that I want to read and I'm just struggling to get through. And I'm more struggling with my time management and finding time to read. And date night, we actually did a couple date nights. We did dinner and ice cream, which was so fun. That's like a basic date night, but it's still, again, us going out of our way to spend time together and go out, make it special. And then we also did a golf date night, which was really fun, and ice cream. Ice cream is the theme of the summer for me. Then for my health goals, I wanted to work out 2 times a week, which I have been doing very, very consistently. And then I wanted to cook 1 new meal, and we did these hot honey chicken sandwiches, and they were really, really good. Really enjoyed that. And then I had limit alcohol. I had like a couple drinks maybe twice. Oh yeah, I had a wedding this month as well. I totally forgot about that because I was right at the beginning of the month. Maybe one of the nights we went out to dinner, I had a drink or 2. I don't even really like to drink, so I don't know if I even need this one on here anymore because I genuinely don't drink very often. So it's not like something I need to remind myself of or like have as a goal. So I actually might take that out. And then lastly, I wanted to lose 2 pounds and I actually ended up losing almost 7 pounds this month. Pretty big month for me for weight loss, and I'm very, very excited. I can definitely really tell now and I feel better. Clothes are fitting me much better and I just feel more confident. As always, I do like to just preface this and mention I am taking a GLP-1 medication. I always want to be honest because obviously I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm doing all these things and losing weight. Like naturally when I'm taking a medication that is helping me. So obviously I'm still, even though I'm taking a medication, it's not like the easy way out. I am changing habits and what I'm doing to make sure that once I'm off it, I'm gonna maintain the weight loss. Those were the health goals. And then finally, content goals. I wanted to make $1,900 and I did do that. I don't know the exact number, but a rough estimate is over $3,000 from social media, which is amazing, and that's before taxes. I do take out taxes for everything that I make. Next was to post at least once a day on TikTok, and I have been doing that. I do at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. I wanted to post 5 YouTube videos, and I did post exactly 5. Again, I've said this before, but I am sad that I haven't been able to post more. I used to do like 8 videos a month. I feel like I'm doing a little bit better with quality of my videos versus quantity. So at least like when I'm doing less videos, they're a little bit higher quality. At least that's what I feel like. You can let me know if that's wrong, but I've been putting a little bit more effort into like the editing and like sounds and angles and whatever. So I've at least wanted to try and do something different when I'm not able to produce as many videos, but making them a little bit more interesting when I'm able to post videos. And then of course my last few are just the numerical goals that I like to try and reach. They're not really like, I'm not hard on myself if I don't reach them. It's just nice to like have a number to reach. For YouTube subscribers, I wanted to reach 8,200 and I'm at around 8,250. TikTok, I wanted to reach 115,000. Started the month at 110,000 and I only got to 111.2 thousand. So not as much growth there as I was hoping. Instagram, I wanted to reach 14,000 and I'm at 14,183. We're doing good. We're steady with the growth and I love that. Seeing the growth in numbers like this definitely helps because you realize that like, okay, I'm putting in the effort and I'm making progress. So now I'm gonna do my August monthly goals. Finance, because it's a 3 paycheck month, so I want to save $600 for the house, $300 into my emergency fund, and then pay $2,600 towards the car. Underneath that is just to pay off the car. $2,600 is the amount that I have left on the car for the month. Those two kind of go hand in hand because if I do pay that amount, I will pay off the car. But it was fun to put a second box for that. And then I actually added this month to start investing in my Roth IRA again. So I want to put $50 into there. I just kind of picked like a low number. The real goal for me is to start treating any money that I get from social media like a job, like an actual income that I'm getting from a job. When I get the payment, take out 30% for taxes, take out like 6 to 8% for retirement. So that way I'm utilizing that money in the best way possible and treating it like a job. But we're gonna see how that goes this month. Personal goals, again, I want to read 3 books. I'll give you a quick rundown of the books that I am hoping to read this month. I have 2 books on my Kindle I'm borrowing from the library that I need to read. Also, hack, if you download books onto your Kindle from Libby and then put your Kindle into airplane mode, you can keep the books even after they're due. So I do have these 2 books on my Kindle, but technically I could keep them on here as long as I keep my Kindle in airplane mode. So I wouldn't be able to download anything else onto here. But yeah, we'll see. I'll hopefully at least read one of them this month. But the 2 books I have on here are The Mistake by Jack Heath and 20 Years Later by Charlie Donlea. And I actually really like him as an author. But the other 2 books that I want to read this month, Problematic Summer Romance, because this has been on the list for a hot minute. I have a Fable book club and I was supposed to read this last month for that and I did not. And now it's my actual like in-person book club book for this month. I do need to read this. I'll probably read this next and then maybe read 20 Years Later. And then the other book that I want to read this month is Wild Side by Elsie Silver because Wild Card comes out in September. I might start with these 2 and then read a thriller or do a thriller in between. These are the books that I want to read this month. I feel like that means it's going to be a really good month. Back to the goals. I want to do a date night and then I've added a new one on the personal goals is to have one relax night a week where I'm not stressed about anything. I'm not going to the gym. I'm just coming home, relaxing, spending time with my husband, watching TV, making an easy dinner and not freaking out about getting content done or going to my workout class or cooking dinner. Like, I just want to be like, it's okay that maybe I'm behind editing. It's okay that I'm not going to the gym. Like, I just want one night to relax and do some of the things that I want to do, like watching YouTube videos or reading or whatever. Hanging out with my cats. Health goals, work out 2 times a week. I'm going to leave it at that for now, although my billing cycle for the gym starts on the 15th and that's when I think I'm going up to 3 times a week. So it won't be the whole month that I go 3 times and then hopefully we'll see how that goes in the next couple months. So I'm going to leave it at 2 for now and cook 1 new meal and then also lose another 2 pounds. And then finally, content goals. I'm going to say make 2,000 and we're gonna see. Post at least once a day on TikTok, post 5 YouTube videos, and then my numerical goals is gonna be 9,000 on YouTube, which is a stretch. I'm gonna keep it at 115 on TikTok and then 15,000 on Instagram, which is also a little bit of a reach goal. So yeah, those are the goals. I feel excited. I feel good about them. I feel very good, obviously, about how July went. I feel good about how August is gonna go. Last section I'm gonna go into right now is shows, books, products that I've been enjoying or anticipated releases. First is shows, and I highly recommend watching this one, is Amy Bradley's Missing on Netflix. Crazy story, documentary style story, and it really gets you like thinking. It makes you really think, like, it's so crazy how many crimes and stories there are out there that like don't really have an ending. You don't know what happened. But basically it's about this girl who goes missing on a cruise. At first you think, like, obviously, okay, she's dead. She fell overboard. Someone pushed her overboard. But then it gets a little more crazy from there. And then you're like, is she alive? Is she off the boat? Highly recommend. The other show that we've just started watching for the first time ever is Big Brother. And this is because a lot of people have recommended that we watch it because we like to watch like reality TV and we like game show type things. Like, we love Survivor, so everyone thought we would like Big Brother, and we do like it. It's not our favorite, like, at all. I don't know if we would ever watch it again, if I'm being honest. But now I feel like we are invested in this season at least, so we're probably gonna finish this season out. It's just a big commitment. It's like Love Island. It's on 3 nights a week. I don't know. That's a lot of commitment for me to get into. And if you get behind, you're kind of really like screwed and you're far behind. So yeah, I just don't know if we like it. It's kind of corny. It's cheesy, so we'll see. We'll see. I think it's a good filler show for us because Survivor doesn't start until September, I think. And then also a new season of The Challenge came out. So that's something, we haven't started watching it yet, but I am excited for that because CT and Johnny Bananas are on this season and we love them. We might end up watching that, I'm just not sure. Because we kind of got away from The Challenge because I don't know, it like started to lose interest to us. And when there's people that we've been watching for a long time that come back, we do watch those seasons. That's all for shows that I could find or think of. And then books, there's a few books this month coming out that I'm excited for. There's Forget Me Not by Stacey Willingham. I actually got that book in my book of the month, so that is coming in the mail. That is a thriller. And then there's also The Dead Husband Cookbook by Danielle Valentine. I don't know anything really about this book, but the cover looks amazing. Apparently she's a chef and her husband dies or goes missing. And then all these stories come out about her. Another thriller, excited to read that. And then also We Are All Guilty Here by Karen Slaughter. She is probably one of my favorite authors. She wrote my all-time favorite book, Pretty Girls. I don't even know, okay, it's crazy to call it favorite because it's sick and twisted and messed up, but it's a book that I literally can't stop thinking about, so that's the only book I've ever read by her, so I'm excited for anything new that comes out by her. And then Anywhere With You by Ellie Palmer is a romance that's coming out this month, so those are the ones that are on my radar. The products that I bought this month that I really like, and it was a set, was the Rhode Summer Kit. So it's the Glazing Milk Mist, which everyone talks about the glazing milk, which I do have that as well. I'm very influenced by Rhode, by the way. So it's basically just a mist version, which is so nice because you just spray it. And then it came with a new pocket blush, which I absolutely love these. And this is the color Tan Line. It's just like a nice dark mauve color. And then also this peptide lip tint, and this is Lemon Teeny. I'm not really a lip girly, but I do like this one a lot, and I've tried the lip tint before and I didn't like it. It was back when it first came out and it was grainy and gritty. This one, very good. I do like this, and it gives my lips a nice little shine. The taste is really good, even though you're not supposed to, it's not like I'm eating it, but the Lemon Teeny flavor is good. So obsessed. Loved these. That's all for now, because I've been talking for 40 minutes. Now I'm gonna go downstairs, have dinner with my husband, finish the laundry. I need to move it over to the dryer because it's been hours and it's just sitting down there. And then I'll come back up eventually. I'll fold the laundry, work on my journal a little bit, show you guys August, and then we'll be done with this monthly reset. Let's go eat some dinner. As you saw, I just filled out some of my journal. I've been trying my best to stay up to date with this. July was the first month that I really didn't finish. I didn't really color any of these weekly spreads just because it's pretty time consuming, and July was just the craziest month for me, and now I don't have as much time anymore. So I'm not sure if I will ever fully finish coloring it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for August either. And then this was the habit tracker page and the mood tracker page for July, so I did pretty good. I still make sure that I fill this out at least every day and get some of the coloring done. August theme is a tea party theme. It doesn't look like it would take me too long to color, so we'll see if I have some time. Maybe on those nights where I'm using it as my relax night, I can take some time to color. And then I did fill out my calendar for August. I don't really have much on here, just my workout classes, my nail appointment. We have a wedding this month, which I totally forgot about. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's my reset for the day and kind of for the month of August. I guess I'm looking forward to August. Again, there's not much going on. I'm looking forward to just like kind of taking it easy and taking time for myself in August and kind of just enjoying the last month of summer. I would feel like September is technically still summer in my mind, but August just feels like the end of summer to me. But anyway, that's that. That's the reset. Thank you guys so much for watching and always supporting me. I love you guys. You always leave the best comments and I truly appreciate it so much. You don't even know. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.